Josh here with Jon Macri of PFF, and we are doing an IDP short on a very interesting topic today. Jon, what are we talking about in this video, and why did you choose this topic for this IDP short?
So yeah, I wanted to come on at this point in the season and kind of pump the tires of guys that are having career years, basically giving reasons for optimisms that they aren't going to go full Robert Quinn on us next year, and why we should kind of consider them legitimate top shelf dynasty assets going forward. None of these players have played less than 3 seasons in the NFL and are a perfect example of something that we preach pretty consistently when it comes to defensive line prospects transitioning from being dominant at the college level and how different that is when moving to the NFL, which is to be patient, because it absolutely takes more than a couple seasons for the large majority of these guys to hit their stride at the pro levels.
The topic: edge rushers having career years, and the first two guys that we are going to talk about are from the same 2019 draft class. Big name guys, especially in IDP circles. Jon, who are the first two players that we want to call out here?
The first one that I wanted to talk about, because he's having a career year, from the Carolina Panthers edge rusher Brian Burns. Heading into this year, Burns had never actually achieved double-digit sacks in a season. He had 9 in each of the past 2 years. He had made reference to this in the offseason as well, actually, about how he's going to get there this year. And to his credit, he already has, with 5 weeks left in the season. So now with 10 sacks, he has room to grow, and that shows in his pressure numbers, which he's also on a career pace for. So 57 pressures were his career high back in 2020. He now has 53 and should easily surpass that previous high as long as he's healthy going forward. He doesn't turn 25 until April, so he's already cementing his place among the top tier edge rushers, not only in seasonal leagues, but in dynasty as well. The other edge defender I want to talk about, actually also from the same draft class as Brian Burns, from the Washington Commanders, Montez Sweat. He's kind of the furthest from breaking his career best sack total on this list, but he still only needs just 2.5 to get there, currently at 7 on the year, with his best being 9. But he's another good bet for a guy that I think has a shot to hit those double-digit sack totals for the first time in his career. Why I'm confident that he'll get there? Because he is already just one pressure away from his career best mark of 49, while also posting a career mark in pass rush grade at 79.9, which is one of the more stable metrics for pass rushers, and a good sign going forward. Even if he falls just short of that double-digit sack mark this year, it's a good sign that he can be dominant going forward year to year. One of the things for Sweat particularly that goes kind of underappreciated with him is that he's one of the better run defending edge defenders, ranking 5th at his position in run defense grade, which has led to him currently being our 7th ranked edge on PFF in overall defensive grade. And he's the highest person of the ones that we're going to talk about on this list in that regard. So I think that's a pretty good sign for Sweat going forward as well.
So we're all enjoying the breakout seasons from Montez Sweat and Brian Burns. But Jon, let's talk about a couple other players here, one of whom is on a new team, having a little bit of a late bloomer kind of breakout, and then an interior defender that has been skyrocketing up the defensive tackle dynasty rankings this season. Who are the next two guys that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, so Uchenna Nwosu of the Seattle Seahawks, bit of a late breakout. Everybody else on this list is in year 4. He's in his 5th year, but a former 2nd-round pick. He's also doing this on a new team. Didn't really get a full-time opportunity with the Chargers until last season, where he was just kind of fine, but has really delivered a career year this season with Seattle. They've given him a shot, and he has flourished thanks to the committed opportunity that they've given to him, but also his underlying metrics have all exceeded his career norms. He's now exceeded his career high in total pressures, and he's got room to build on that as well with time left in the season. And most importantly, is now close to doubling his career best sack total from previous seasons, with 9 on the year. His career best was 5 prior to that. 26, 27 is typically the peak age for edge rushers. He's turning 26 this month. He's under contract with the Seahawks for another year. So I'm confident we can get at least another strong season from Nwosu in 2023 and beyond. The other player that you had mentioned, yes, from the defensive interior this time, Quinnen Williams, the mostly great great 2019 class, making up 3/4 of this list. Sorry, Cleveland Farrell. He's the only interior defender on here. Quinnen has been on an absolute heater this season, 9 sacks now, which is 2 more than his career best of 7, which he hit in 2020. He's been in on a sack in all but just 3 of 12 games so far this year, so very consistent. But more importantly, when looking at if that production should be stable going forward, you look at his pass rush grade, 83.6, easily the best of his career. 82.3 run defense grade, also the best of his career. And most importantly, 90.2 overall defensive grade, the best of his career, and 4th at his position right now, just behind the GOAT, Aaron Donald. It is not easy in IDP to find an interior pass rusher that can produce the way Quinnen has this season. So that level of scarcity makes him all the more valuable in DT required leagues. So I implore you to treasure him like the gem that he is.
So there you go, 3 edge rushers and 1 interior defender who are breaking out in a big way in 2022. Jon Macri, thank you for coming on this IDP short. Most of the good folks watching this are already following you, but for those who aren't, where can they find you online, and what do you have coming up at PFF that we can look forward to?
I appreciate you having me, Josh. I could be found on the Twitter at PFF_Macri, and all of my written work can be found on PFF.com. Still doing the utilization report every single week, basically covering every relevant IDP from the previous week and their key stats and metrics. And then I am posting IDP rankings and tiers every single week on the site, as well as doing an offensive line defensive line article focusing on matchups to target and avoid over there. And I may pop up on the IDP show feed every once in a while as well.
So there you go. Be sure to check out Jon's work over at PFF. Hit him up on Twitter with your IDP questions, and stay tuned because we will have Mr. Macri back in the IDP show feed here very soon. Looking forward to that episode. This has been Josh from the IDP show. Hope you enjoyed this IDP short, and we'll see y'all next time.